Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Mike Watts. I'm chairman of Burke Development, Inc., or BDI. And at this time, I'm pleased to introduce Secretary Crisco with the North Carolina Department of Commerce.
Thank you very much. That's the best invitation I ever had. Introduction I ever had, excuse me. I'm very pleased to be here in the great town of Morganton. I used to come here. I was in the textile business. You had a company called Shadow Line. Anybody ever heard of Shadow Line in this place? Well, they used great elastic when they were in business. My next door neighbor in Asheboro is Jim Culberson, who was here for many years, city executive of Wachovia. My landlord is Harper Thayer. Harper Thayer worked for Shadow Line, and he was here in Morganton many years. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about a great company, American Roller Bearing. Story of a family company started many years ago on an idea, a manufacturing company. One is still a family company, one that is embodies the standards and the management style of so many companies like that in the United States, has made America really strong. I'm very pleased to be here with this family and the Morganton family. The company moved its headquarters from Pittsburgh area to Hickory in 2007. Today they employ over 340 people in this state. I am pleased to announce today that over the next 5 years, A.R.B, as I think they're called, have committed to 231 more jobs and will invest between $3 and $5 million a year. These are good jobs with good wages, above the county average. How did this happen? Well, it happened mainly through the hard work of a lot of the good employees and the hard work of this family. But also a part of it was a teamwork in a sport called economic development, in which the state came through with a job development incentive grant. Burke County, the city of Morganton, and Alexander County also participated. We also had the partners including the North Carolina Rural Center and their Building Reuse Fund. The North Carolina Community Colleges and Worker Training. Again, it's a team sport. If economic development were in the Olympics, it would be a team sport. I saw my boss this morning, Bev Perdue. I was with her in a meeting, and she always talks about jobs being her priority. And this is another, today, example of that. Since 2009, we've announced about 87,000 new jobs in the state, bringing roughly $17 billion of capital investment. Again, I'm a businessman who spent 40 years making things myself, and so I've just been doing this job at Commerce and Government a short time. But we are very fortunate to have someone with jobs and economic development as a priority. She's the best I've ever seen one-on-one in landing. She was selling this morning. We got another prospect, and again, every day, that's what she does. We do it by having a great product in North Carolina. We talked about job training. We talked about workforce. The number one reason people come to North Carolina is not basketball. The number one reason they come to North Carolina is not our great quality of life. The number one reason businesses thrive in North Carolina is our workforce, our people. No question, it's number one. The training they get, the work ethic they have, and their heritage in manufacturing. We need to keep that number one clearly in front of us. Our state, for that reason, has been consistently recognized among the top states in the nation to do business. And there's many, many ranking services, from Site Selection Magazine to Forbes to CNBC to et cetera. And we've never, in my in my almost 3 years as Secretary of Commerce, ever been below number 5, and we've been number 1 in many, many of them. The latest was Forbes ranked us number 3 for the last year for the place to do business. I am honored to be here today. I appreciate it. Again, I've been to Morganton many times to see friends and to do business. And I went to a great school, and it was in a great town called Meisenheimer. The school was Pfeiffer College. And when I was there was a young lady named Nancy Annis from Morganton. I don't know if everybody remembers her. She's not. You remember Nancy? I remember Nancy. She was the best-looking girl in Pfeiffer College. I just thought I'd mention that at that time. You remember things like that when you're old as I am. You remember them very, very well. She's living, I think, somewhere on the West Coast. I'm very proud to bring up Ben Sucker, president of A.R.B. Ben, we have a very important word to tell you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I've got a gift that every man wants. It's an official North Carolina plate with our emblem. This is made by Lennox, made in North Carolina. So I want you to have that for your office. Just a small token of our appreciation for what you're doing. Oh. Don't you and I drop that thing. That'd be bad.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for your presence here today. Today is a very special day for American Roller Bearing Company. American Roller Bearing just celebrated its first centennial, 1911 to 2011. Our family-owned business is proud that we have produced high-quality roller bearings for the last 100 years. My late father always told the 11 of us, the secret of life is not to do what you like, but to like what you do. And ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that we like what we do. In 1979, my father wanted to expand into the South to pursue new markets and products. After looking at specific locations in 9 different states, he decided to choose Morganton, North Carolina. His decision was based on the people of North Carolina. In particular, North Carolina and Burke County reminded him of home. Now, I am happy to say we are choosing to expand in North Carolina because we believe in the people of North Carolina, the dedicated skilled workers and their strong family values, the supportive relationships that we have developed with the city of Morganton, Burke County, Alexander County, and the state of North Carolina. Since coming to North Carolina in 1980, our company has thrived in this foothills region, enabling us to expand our workforce from 500 workers to nearly 400 workers in the last 31 years. We are honored to receive the J. Dig grant from North Carolina, Governor Beverly Perdue, and announce the purchase of the old Rexnord facility on Chain Drive in Burke County. We are planning on renovating and making the facility a state-of-the-art roller bearing manufacturing plant. Without this grant, we would not be able to expand and add the 231 jobs to our company's workforce. Thank you, Governor Perdue. This is the 100-year anniversary of our company. With your support, American Roller Bearing continues to move forward in this global economy. We would like to thank the Secretary of Commerce, Keith Crisco, Tim Crowley and Bill Payne of the North Carolina Department of Commerce, Scott Darnell and Mike Watts of Burke County Development Incorporated, the Burke County Commissioners, Morganton City Manager Sally Sandy, and the Honorable Mayor Mel Cohen. American Roller Bearing has a lot of new product lines and more manufacturing expansions planned for the future. We have targeted new markets such as wind energy and new products including spherical roller bearings. We sincerely value and are thankful for your commitment and look forward to long-lasting relationships. Thank you.
First order of business for our city council, we need to change Chain Drive to Ball Bearing Road. We'll deal with that, won't we, Ben? Secretary Crisco, members of the Suckup family, American Roller Bearing employees, fellow elected officials, friends, and guests. On behalf of the Morganton City Council, I'm proud to be with you today to join in making this very important announcement. Mr. Secretary, so often when we see this type of economic development news conference being held, it is recognizing a company that we may not have ever heard of. But that's not the case. Don't get me wrong, that's an excellent way to do economic development. But this type of economic development is very welcome to us, particularly in Morganton and Burke County. We have the pleasure of making the news with a company who has a rich past in our state and our community. While American Roller Bearing didn't start in Morganton, it has made Morganton an integral part of its operation for over 30 years. American Roller Bearing and Morganton have worked together, grown together, and prospered together since 1980. If I wanted to tell you all the contributions American Roller Bearing, its employees, and the members of the Suckup family have made to this community, we would all be here this time tomorrow. This company has set the standard for corporate citizenship in this town, this region, and this state. And with this latest commitment to our area, they further cement their relationship with Morganton and Burke County. As they take possession of their newest facility and create the new jobs they will house in the former Rex Nord building that will continue to bolster the tax rolls of our community. Just as important, I believe they make the statement that they intend to remain the gold standard for good corporate citizenship in Morganton and Burke County. As mayor, I'm proud of our role our city has played in helping to move this project forward. The economic development assistance that exists in our state is just one of the many benefits companies that choose to locate in North Carolina get to enjoy. How fitting it is that a company that is already here and is already contributing to the quality of life here can enjoy those benefits as well. Ben, to you and your family and all the American Roller Bearing family of employees, thank you for this vote of confidence in Morganton and Burke County. I look forward to continuing to work with you to make Morganton an even better place to live, work, and play. God bless each and every one of you.
Good evening. Secretary Crisco, the Suckup family, the Honorable Mel Coyne, and other distinguished guests here today. On behalf of the Burke County Board of Commissioners, I would like to thank the American Roller Bearing family for making a commitment to expand their business in Burke County. I would also like to thank the many partners here today who helped make this celebration a reality. Economic development is a top priority for our Board of Commissioners and our county. And to have a local company who is a committed partner in many ways to our community makes this day even more special. We consider today a success for all parties, and once again, on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, we pledge to you our continued support to American Roller Bearing and the Suckup family as you grow and prosper in Morganton and Burke County. Thank you.
Well, as Commissioner Hawkins just said, the key word for this is a partnership. We've all worked together, and I'll reiterate some of the things that was already been discussed, but it's very important for us as a county, as you can see, that we come together and collaborate and work in harmony with the state of North Carolina. So again, let's applaud ourselves for partnership and working together to make things happen and newer things to happen in Burke County. So let's give ourselves a hand. At this time, again, Ben, I'd like to thank you and your family for your commitment to Burke County. We appreciate that. Also like to thank you, Secretary Crisco, for your hard work on behalf of North Carolina. Also thanks to Burke County, the City of Morganton, Duke Energy, NC Community Colleges, NC Department of Revenue, the Rural Center, BDI, and the Burke Committee of 100 for, again, working as partners to make this all happen. So let's have a good afternoon. We have some refreshments and fellowship for the rest of the afternoon. Thank you.